and they used warband and threats and, you know, scare tactics, where
Yeah.
we don't have that. We just let people learn what they want. And it's like, well, you could read the Poetic Edda, the Prose Edda, the sagas. We have some really good academic books. Here's some good academic books on runic stuff, you
Hmm.
know. But to me, I think everybody just jumps to magic like it's just going to be instant gratification, with
Yeah.
magic, the gods, the ancestors, connecting with plant magic or understanding how, nature, connecting with those spirits really work. And, they don't want structure from what I found, not unless you're just really hardcore, like you're just really devoted to understanding why you're connecting to the old ways and so many different things. And, sometimes it takes doing things backwards to kind of, slingshot you where you need to go. And then you're like, oh, wow, I wish I would have found this sooner. Because, even when I started out in the beginning, I read a lot of Asatru books, and I was like, man, where's the history at? Like, you're just telling
Mm.
UPG stuff, and like I had to ask the right questions. And I think it's hard because when you're first starting out, you don't know the right questions to ask. When you're new like that, what questions do
Yeah.
you really ask if you don't know?
Yeah.
And it's not like, you could just find a teacher everywhere you go that's gonna, give you, little things each week to learn about and stuff. You have to read the books. And as I said, there's like 150 books that would help you, but it's gonna take a long time to read. And if you're not, you know,
Yeah.
structured and, devoted to it, you're not really gonna to get there. But even when, it comes to the modern kindreds or tribes or groups, like if I had a nickel for every time I heard a kindred say something bad about somebody else's kindred, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'd have enough money to build a temple. Like for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. It's just like they don't like what somebody else is doing, or, they don't care for the chieftain or whatever, or they don't like how they're, you know, the chieftain is like the guy in charge instead of the kindred being in charge as a whole, or, whatever. And I'm just kind of like, so I'm going to mind my own business because that's not my kindred. I've got mine over here. I'm not going to worry about what they're doing because they can't affect me. So
Mm, yeah.
it's good to know that, but like I don't really care. But I think a lot of people forget that because I think people are so busy with worrying about other people instead of worrying about, their inner circle.